आस्था स्टार्ट बोल देना ना।
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Myself Astha Jain from the ASTRO CLUB BIT Durg. I welcome you all. I was wondering, how is this place made? I'm not thinking about my home, not Chhattisgarh, not India, not Asia, not Earth. Oops. Sorry. I was talking about Earth only. How is this Earth made? Why is the sun so hot? Why we we rotate around like a merry-go-round? Oof, so many questions. But to answer this, let me go to the space only. Wanna join me? Let's board to the spaceship. Everyone, come on, board us to our Astro Club spaceship. Know more about solar system formation and sun before I Google and give you incomplete information. Hi Shreya. I think the distance is making some issues. Hi Shreya, can you please tell me and my travel partners about solar system till we reach to you, as it will take 19 years to go. Don't worry guys, it will take 19 years because it is 148.8 million kilometers away. So sit up. We are going to see how our solar system was formed.
Hey, hi Astha, and hi friends. You must be wondering where we are. Well, we are in space and have traveled 4.6 billion years back in time. Yeah, exactly when our solar system was formed. Let me fast forward the process and tell you about the formation of the solar system. Zooming in, it is believed that our solar system was formed when a cloud of dust and gas was disturbed by an explosion of a nearby star called the supernova. The star exploded with a big bang, and its effects traveled in waves all around. These waves squeezed the cloud of dust and gas, resulting in its collapse. All the little pieces of matter started running away from each other. But don't worry, they got pulled back together by gravity. Soon the cloud began spinning at a tremendous speed. And there it was, the making of a beautiful solar nebula. Just for your some extra info, a solar nebula is a large cloud of gas and dust from which the sun, other planets, and solar system bodies like asteroids, meteors, moons were formed. So, okay, let's now continue from where we have left off. When the spinning of solar nebula slowed down, the center of the solar nebula became hotter and denser, which was surrounded by a disk of gas and dust that was cool at the edges. At the heart of the nebula, there was a ball of hydrogen gas whose pressure and temperature became quite huge, and the particles began to fuse together. There it was, a new powerful star coming into being. Yes, that was our sun, shining like a fiery ball. But there were infinite number of particles that began to stick together and form clumps. Some clumps got bigger and bigger and bigger, forming planets and moons. Aha, so now you know how the planets were born, isn't it? It is also believed that since the center of solar nebula was too hot, it was easier for some of the planets to form in there, like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and Jupiter. But the rest of the cold planets, like Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, etc., were formed at the edges of the solar system. Now, let's have some trivia time. Did you know that the sun takes up 99% of the solar system's mass? Yeah, this means that we are technically living inside the atmosphere of the sun. Yes, we humans are living inside the atmosphere of the sun. The sun's fiery nature, along with its tremendous gravitational pull and an extensive magnetic field, helped it to become the heart of our solar system. Now, let's have a quick look on the inside and outside of the surface. The sun can be divided into six layers or six regions. Namely, the outermost are corona, chromosphere, and photosphere. Don't get confused with corona. It's an outer zone of the sun. The inner ones are the convective zone, radiative zone, and the core. And if we talk about in terms of atom count, Sun is about 91% hydrogen, 8.9% helium, and 0.1% heavier elements like carbon, iron, nitrogen, etc. Due to sun's high temperature, these wave-like structures stay in a gas-like phase and are called the plasma. Now we have reached in the core of the sun, the hottest zone of the sun, where the temperature reaches about 27 million degree Fahrenheit, which combine with sun's powerful gravity, which fuse together with hydrogen. The hydrogen molecules fuse together to create helium. And guess the most wanted process behind it? Yes, the thermonuclear fusion, which releases an enormous amount of energy in the form of radiation, electricity, and the solar wind. Our sun is the largest and most massive object in the solar system. It's more than 100 Earths wide and could readily fit all the 8 planets inside it, nearly 600 times. Yes, it could fit all the 8 planets nearly 600 times. It's a very huge number. It contains 99.8% of mass of solar system. And because of this mass, the sun has a great pull on the vibrant space, creating a gravitational force that causes the nearby planets to stay in its orbit and rotate well. This gravitational pull allows the Sun to hold together the system of 8 planets, dozens of dwarf planets, 170 moons, and countless comets and asteroids. But what do you think if Sun would disappear? Without the Sun's gravity, the planets and the bodies will drift off into the space. Now, let's have a quick look and close look on another critical property of Sun, which is its magnetic field. The magnetic field of Sun encapsulates the entire solar system. The heliosphere is a layer which protects all the planets from the harmful cosmic radiations. These radiations are caused by the plasma, which push electrically charged particles towards the pole of the sun, and this process turns the sun into a giant magnet. The sun's magnetic field is invisible to the naked eye of human, but its effects are noticeable. Now, let's have a look on the sun's surface. On the sun's surface are dark areas called sunspots, which marks strong pockets of magnetism and are also the cause of the magnetic field which develop around sun's surface. Sunspots are dark regions on the photosphere where a particularly strong portion of the sun's magnetic field has slowed the gas that is rising on the surface. The spot itself is 6 times wider than our planet Earth. Their activity changes in an 11-year cycle. Don't you think that it will be interesting to know that how these properties of sun affects Earth and its atmosphere? Yes, on Earth, the unsimilar to the other planets, the sun's magnetic field interacts with the atmosphere of Earth, resulting in the formation of beautiful and mesmerizing auroras. But you know what? Despite of its size and strength, the sun will not last forever. In about 6.5 billion years from now, the sun will run out of hydrogen fuel and will expand and even engulf Mercury, Venus, and even Earth. And then it will collapse into a small star known as the white dwarf. But in the meantime, the sun will continue to play a vital role in the solar system. We have 6.5 billion years from now. The sun's protective magnetic field, its tremendous gravitational pull, creates a massive amount.
Guys, our friend Shreya is in trouble with the aliens. Let me tell you what is the fate of our sun. Once its supplies of hydrogen is exhausted, the final dramatic stages of its life will unfold as our host star expands to become a red giant and then tears its body to pieces to condense into white dwarf. And comets. Comets are balls of ice and dust orbiting our sun that sometimes become visible in Earth's sky, its tail stretched across millions of miles of space and always points away from the sun. Hey, one asked about the SOHO. The Solar and the Heliospheric Observatory is a spacecraft built by a European industrial consortium led by Macroni Space that was launched on a Lockheed Martin Atlas II AS launch vehicle on December 2, 1995 to study the Sun. It has also discovered over 3,000 comets. It began normal operation in May 1996. The aliens are very difficult to handle. That's why our friend Shreya has messaged her all the answers. Anyone else who's facing any question? Hey, the basic composition of our sun is mostly composed of the elements hydrogen and helium. Anybody knows about helium gas balloons? Yeah, that helium is the composition of our sun. Sun's magnetic field goes through a cycle called the solar cycle. After coming from sun, I have so knowledge about sun and the solar system. I can answer your every questions now.